What is going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 186 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Of course, my name is Blaze, and to all my new subscribers out there, I want to give you a special shout out and thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for discovering my channel, hitting that subscribe button, and watching my videos. Had a sudden spurt in subscribers pretty recently, so I do want to thank you if you did happen to discover my channel. Well on the way to 250 subscribers, and once I hit that milestone, I'll be giving away another item, so stay tuned for that. But on today's episode, I wanted to talk about the card that's on your screen, Lycanrock GX. I'm also going to get into a couple of versus matches, and I'm going to open up another pack of Sun and Moon booster cards. So stay tuned for that a little bit later in the episode. Yesterday, I actually announced the winner of the Zygarde Pin Collection box as a 100 subscriber giveaway. So to the person who won that, your prize is on the way. And of course, there will be more contests coming up depending on what milestone I hit. So stay tuned for that. I also actually filmed a longer version of yesterday's episode that was supposed to be on my Twitch. Some craziness happened and I can't get the episode anymore. But it was a good episode because I actually won like I won like 3 matches. And I opened up a Volcanion EX and a Octillery from 2 booster packs, from a booster pack and a rare hollow chest. So I was kind of smitten with that, but I can't even show it off because that episode is long gone. But either way, yesterday was kind of a fun episode. It was my first live episode. I probably will be doing more of those because it was really fun. So stay tuned for those changes coming up. But anyway, let's get into the action here. So Lycanrock GX is one of the coolest cards to come out, that as far as just the way that it looks and some of the attacks and abilities that it has. It's a GX Pokemon, so you're gonna be giving up 2 prize cards if your opponent knocks it out. It's a stage 1. It evolves from Rockruff, and Rockruff is, I'm not sure if Rockruff is a decent Pokemon or not. Let me check it out in here and see. From the new set, this actually comes out on Friday in Japan, I believe on the 17th. And it comes out in America in May. So Rockruff does Tackle and Rock Throw. Tackle for 10 damage and Rock Throw for 20. Doesn't really have anything special about it. It's got 60 HP, so nothing really super special. But once it evolves into Lycanrock GX, that's when it really starts to become super powerful. But it does have 200 HP. It's got a retreat cost of 2, and it's got a weakness to grass. So the weakness isn't really a surprise, given that it's a fighting Pokemon that's a rock Pokemon in the game. So being weak to grass makes sense. But the biggest thing about this is the attacks and the abilities. So the ability is a super cool alternative to using Lysander. So once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon to evolve one of your Pokemon in play, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. The ability is called Bloody Eye. So you may choose one of your opponent's benched Pokemon and switch that with their active whenever you evolve into Lycanrock GX. So you can use this as in conjunction with like De-Evolution Soda to get another Lysander should you need it. Lysander is probably one of the better supporter cards for surprising your opponent and taking out an early prize card, or taking out one of those pesky shamans that a lot of people use on the bench. So it's definitely a good ability to have ready when you need it. The next attack is called Claw Slash. It's 110 damage. Pretty standard stuff for any GX or EX or Mega EX. It does a decent amount of damage. It's not overly powerful. You can partner this up with a Strong Energy to give another 20 damage if you want to. You just got to watch out, because if your opponent has I think the Vest tool card that reduces damage by 40 with a special energy attached. There's also Pokemon that have an ability that do not take damage from Pokemon who have a special energy card attached. So you got to watch out for that. It's not very common, but it does happen. But Claw Slash, 110 damage, pretty cool, pretty decent amount of damage output, as well as energy cost. So I'm liking the second attack so far. You can also put that choice band on there, which will add 30 damage to any EX or GX Pokemon. That's a tool card. But then the final attack is the GX attack. Remember, you can only use one GX attack per game, but the GX attack is called Death Rouge. Only costs 2 energy to use it, and it does 50 damage times the number of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So you could partner this up with, I think it's the Pokemon Poffin, I think it is. It's the card that makes your opponent reveal his or her hand, and you have to place one of the cards from the hand onto the bench, or you can place one of the basic Pokemon from their hand onto their bench. You can also use the Pokemon Buddy, Buddy, I think is what it's called, and that would allow you to. It makes your opponent grab a basic Pokemon from their discard pile, and you grab one as well, so you can actually have a little bit of a combo there. It's a lot of cards to have in your deck just for this one attack. So most players they tend to have at least 2 or 3 benched Pokemon. Some players will only rock 1 just because they know that Lysanders are a big thing. But a lot of the players I've been playing online will have like three Pokemon on their bench, or possibly even a whole full bench, and then they're like super surprised when I use a Lysander and kill something. But it does happen, so you're going to come into situations where your opponent does have 3 Pokemon. That's going to deal 150 damage. They may even have 4 Pokemon, which is 200 damage, or possibly even 5, which is 250 damage. Maybe they have the Sky Stadium out there, and they have all 8 Pokemon on their bench. So that's going to be, let's see, 300. That's going to be 400 damage. 400 damage total. It's overkill for any Pokemon that's in the game right now. But that's only if your opponent has 8 Pokemon on the bench. And you're never going to need that much damage, but if you do happen to have something that's 240 damage, or 240 HP, 250 HP, you can evolve this Pokemon, make them Lysander, or make them switch out their bench Pokemon. Then you can switch out for Rockruff and possibly deal enough to kill it, at least. So Rockruff GX, just by the looks of it, is super duper cool looking Pokemon. Love the card, love the artwork, love the attacks, and I love the ability. So by far, maybe not by far, but this is one of my favorite cards that I've talked about so far on the new Guardians Rising expansion. So I will be gunning for this card quite hefty, because I really do want to use this card in gameplay. So let me know what you think in the comments below about Lycanrock GX, and whether or not it's going to be useful in your deck, or a deck that you would like to make. If I missed something, a strategy that maybe I touched on and you'd like to expand upon, or if I missed something else, that's fine. Just go ahead and post it in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next part of this video, which is, of course, the battling. So if you came here for the battles, you were in the right place. Let's get it started. Again, using the Poison deck. This is a deck that has gone through a couple of changes over the past couple of weeks, past 14 days or so. And it's not bad now. I'm actually winning. Some of the matches that I'm winning are taking a little bit longer to win, but I am still winning, and that's kind of what matters. My opponent, depending on what they're trying to do, my opponent can sometimes get into a very overpowered situation, but in most cases I'm able to counteract what they're doing and actually pull something out. But so again, there were 4 matches I played yesterday live on stream, and I'm pretty sure the stream went through, but for some reason it didn't save. But of those 4 matches, I won 3 of them. I won 1 of them because the opponent quit within the first 5 minutes, but I won 3 matches. I lost the 4th one, but it was really close. I could have won the 4th one. Just my opponent got the exact right card at the right time, which that tends to happen. All right, so I have a good hand here. I'm liking this hand. So all Pokemon tool cards are now broken. They have no effect because this Pokemon is the active. My opponent is using the Lycanrock GX. Which is really cool looking. I like this card, the way it looks a lot too. It's very basic, very solid looking card. I love the colors that are used. Very cool Pokemon. Very cool card. Actually, Umbreon's one of my favorite Pokemon ever, so I'm really glad that that card looks as cool as it does. Not what I was looking for. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. But what? Why did you do that? Your own ability prevents item cards, tool cards like that from even working. So why did you do that? Huh. I'm very curious about that. Let's go ahead and get that evolution on. I now have 2 Espeon GX, thanks to Spontaneous, one of my super cool viewers and subscribers. He was able to trade me an extra Umbreon GX to help this deck out. So, thank you so much. You are champion and a scholar. I'm only using these to get them out of my hand and to get the next cards out. I was actually kind of hoping there'd be an in, and there was. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. So perhaps he won't be able to use it on me. Yeah, the Pokemon tool has no effect. So there you go. I'm going to try to get this energy card discarded, and it worked. I'm going to try to get this Pokemon evolved on the next turn, and for now I'm going to try to get Confusion going. Since I won't be poisoned in retaliation, there's really no reason not to do this attack. I thought he was resistant to Psychic, but that's only Umbreon. This one's resistant to Fighting, so I'm in good shape there. Good shape. So if you do happen to be new to my channel, I want to thank you for tuning in today. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon trading card game online, and I've been doing a lot more streaming on Twitch. So if you have ever been to Twitch or you know what Twitch is, then hopefully you can look me up on there. It's the same username, pronounced Blaze, spelled l3layze, and it's also I'm on Twitter, I'm on Tumblr, and Instagram, so you can stalk me on any of those social media forums if you'd like to see more of me. Maybe you do, I don't know. Oh, there it is. I actually don't mind if you knock out this Spinarak. That's not an issue for me. I need to get something. I'm going to go ahead and use in again. Maybe try to get some energy accelerated onto Eevee. Let's not do that. Let's do this. All right. But I do actually want to do a lot more live episodes. The last one that I didn't get to save it, but it was really fun to do. So definitely hit me up on Twitch for the live episode. I'll be doing those periodically. I think on Friday's episode this week, I'm going to be taking this deck into a tournament. I've not done a tournament in over a month because the deck I was using last month was not tournament ready. But I will be taking this deck into a tournament to see how well it goes. I think it'll go well. I think that for the most part, this deck's actually pretty solid, and it can win in a multitude of situations. So I'm really hoping that I'm able to do that. I should be able to get that going. So this is going to do 90 extra damage, 150 minus 20, 120 damage, right? I'm going to be poisoned. That's the downside. But 2 can play at that game. I'm going to keep these cards. I don't need to do that. I don't need to use Lysander right now. I need to take this Pokemon out. He's going to deal a ton of damage. 90 damage plus 30 to one of my benched. He could make me discard 2 energy cards, which is kind of frustrating. I don't know if he's going to do that. It's still an attack, right? Is it... What's this do? Oh, it's damaged by an opponent's attack, so... If he uses his GX attack, it won't damage me, so he won't be poisoned. It's going to be a huge setback, though, if he does, unless I get a... Actually, I can just switch out. But unless I get a double colorless energy. Uh-oh. That's going to be pretty devastating, I think. 120 damage. Baleful Knight. The attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has any damage already on it. So that's going to be kind of rough, I think. Oh. 150. But I should be able to kill him. Okay. I think I'm going to knock him out, though. So... And I really want to knock out the other Pokemon instead, so... Go ahead and get this evolved. This Umbreon's GX attack is pretty devastating, so I don't want it to end up giving me a huge setback. So let me go ahead and make him switch. And Psychic should do the trick here. I'll take the 10 poison damage, but I won't be knocked out. So, oh, I got really lucky there because I didn't realize that it was only going to do 70. I thought it was going to do 130. So I kind of messed that up, but it worked. So he's going to come back out and deal the 130 damage again, but the new Psychic is going to do... it's going to do 150. So he's going to be knocked out. Next thing I'm going to get is Tauros GX onto my bench because that is a great Pokemon to have. That seems like you shouldn't have done that. You should have taken the KO. Oh, well, there you go. You got the KO anyway. That was a smart move. I got to commend him for that. That was a pretty good move. Let's go ahead and go for Tauros GX. And I guess we'll go for Sceptile. Probably shouldn't have gone for Sceptile, but that's fine. It's going to work out okay. This should be a KO, though. Psychic is 30 for each energy, so 90 plus 60, 150. and that should be enough to get the KO. There we go. If I can just get that one to be knocked out. So on one of my matches, I actually did, and I don't think it was on the stream or on the actual video for yesterday, but it was on the stream. What I ended up doing was purposefully poisoning my Tauros GX, and once I did that, I was able to gain like 10 damage per turn, to the point where Rage actually did like 120 damage every turn. So it was very cool how that worked out. I'm going to go ahead. I mean, this attack's going to knock him out, I think, right? 60 plus 60 is 120. Oh, not quite. So close, though. So close. Although, what do I want to do here? Grab an item card. Probably should get that Pokemon Center lady going, because that's going to be useful down the road here. Oh, he forfeited. There you go. All right. First victory. Easy as pie, right? That's all you got to do. I'll go ahead and do one more match, and then I'll open up a pack of Sun and Moon booster packs here. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and go through one more match. Oh, I got 4 of those chests there. So those never have anything good, by the way. So don't expect like gold or anything. They're almost always, I wouldn't say garbage, but they're like stuff like, you know, Machokes, and I think once I got a Inkay from there once. I mean, it's not garbage cards, because some of those cards are useful, but the cards that I happened to get from them are not. They were not as useful. So yeah, this deck is actually not doing too badly. I thought, and for a while, and coming off of last month's deck where it wasn't poorly constructed, it was just a deck that I knew was not going to get a whole lot of wins. It was kind of an experimental kind of thing. And it's still in the process of being tweaked. It's just not, it's not perfect. It's not intended to win every time. But coming off of last month's deck where I knew that I was going to lose a lot, it's very refreshing for me to start winning again. So this is good. Oh my gosh, can I just get a basic, please? I mean, on the plus side, he's going to be able to draw his whole deck, so by the time he actually gets to play his turn, he won't have any cards to draw, and I'll just win. So, there's that. Okay. This could be good. This could work out very well for me. This could work out extremely well. I have this in right here, so if the next card, gosh, if the next card is not a double colorless energy, I can try to get one. Of course, at this point it won't matter too much. I still need to use in though, because I don't have. And see, that's something that I really don't like about this game right now. Is should this situation happen, the only thing that the player who doesn't draw a lot of cards, who doesn't get basics, has to do is play in, and now you're back on the same playing field. So that person had a huge advantage for a second, but now they don't because I just played in. Are you serious? Like, that's all right. I've all 3 Skylas are in my hand right now. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't want to do that. I want to get some other Pokemon out. I guess I can kind of work with Guillotine for a minute because it might deal enough damage to knock this Pokemon out. No. It's not going to do that. Oh, yay, in. Use it. Please do. I want you to do it. Uh-oh. He's going to switch out for that right now. And I have to get a basic Pokemon if I want anything. If I want this match to go on longer, then didn't you get in from a trainer's mail, or did I imagine that? Maybe I made him shuffle. I don't remember. Okay, we're in good shape now. Cool. I can actually do something, which is really good. I'm excited for that. Oh my gosh. I hate shamans. I don't have any shamans right now. And even if I did, I don't know if I would use them. And I'll tell you why. Because all it takes is a well-placed Lysander to get 2 free prize cards. I know that the benefit probably outweighs the risk, but it's not a risk that I'm willing to take right now. I prefer Octillery because I feel like that that card actually, it does 5 cards in your hand, and if your opponent actually does switch it out to kill it, you're only going to lose 1 prize card. Nobody ever plays like Scoop Up. Nobody ever plays the Sky Attack. At least not online. I've seen it played on online. I've seen it played in championships and stuff, but I have never seen it played. Oof. Online. I've never seen people use Sky Attack or Sky Return online. Alright, so I can kind of see what he's working up towards, and I kind of need to go ahead and take care of it. Psychic will do 90 damage, and I don't want him to get Dartrix out. So it may not have been the best move, but I kind of needed to do it. Rowlet. I can kill that one too. Will I, though? I might wait for him to evolve it into Dartrix first. Because I think that that'd be way funnier. Dope. Okay. Confusion, or Psybeam, 30 damage means his rage attack will only do 50 damage. If I do it again, it's only going to do 80 damage. And there's a chance that he still might hurt himself. So at this point, his Dartrix is going to be... He's going to evolve right up into the one I don't want him to be. There it is. There it is. 20 damage to my GX Pokemon. A second Dartrix. Really hoping that he does get hit with Confusion on this. That would be ideal. Oh, gosh. That's rough. 20 damage. I'm going to play it really close to the chest here. I don't think I'm going to walk away with a victory on this one, but I am definitely going to hit him with another, well, Side Beam's not going to help very much. I'm going to try it, but I really need to stall until I get a Pokemon Center Lady, and that's not going to work. So it's 90 damage. The GX deck is put 3 cards from discard pile into your hand. If I make him use it, then he can't use this one, but if I make him use this one on Espeon, I'm also in good shape there. So I guess I'll use Psychic. $120. He might decide to do Lysander and switch out, and at that point he can knock out my Tauros GX. In fact, he's probably going to... Oh, he's not quite going to be able to knock me out with his bench Decidueye and their ability. But he may try. Rage would do the trick. Rage would totally kill me. Ah. That might be a bad idea. So 120. I just need 60 more, and Rage will do 40. Will do 60 damage, but Horn Attack will too, though. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do Horn Attack. Get that KO. If they decide to use the ability to do more damage to me, it's just gonna make me stronger and able to kill them. Razor Leaf only does 90 damage, and the GX attack is going to let them... Well, that's not going to be a big deal for me. But yeah, the GX attack will let him put 2 cards from discard pile into his hand. So 90 is fine, but I'm going to kill this thing. And then I have to have another bench Pokemon. I have to. In fact, it's almost better for him not to attack me, unless he knows he can kill me, or just deal the 40 damage. But even then, I'm going to kill something. That's 360 damage. Right? Yeah. No, it's 120 damage. Right. 120 damage. With 40, but it's 240 with 80. So, of course, if he has another one, that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. He might actually beat me. Yeah. Yeah, it's over. Good call. Well played. I wish I had more Decidueye GX. That'd be great to build a deck on that, but I don't have them. I don't have any of them. I keep getting like Incineroars, regular Incineroars. I don't ever get the GX version. I'm like, I don't need this, man. Come on. Help me to help you. Alright, so we're going to buy 1 pack of Sun and Moon and open that live on camera here. So let's see. Collection. And open. So I do want to thank you for tuning in today. If you did happen to catch me, thanks again. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, post some comments down below, share this with your friends. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another exciting episode of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, so definitely check me out there. And I got Serena and a Pokeball. So Serena is 140 HP. Queenly Majesty is when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may have your opponent reveal their hand, then discard a card from it. Trop Kick is 80 damage, but you heal 20 and remove all special conditions from this Pokemon. So you're really only ever going to heal Confusion or Poison or Burn, because you can't attack while you're asleep, and you can't attack while you're paralyzed. So there you go. Pokeball. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Dartrix is 80 HP. Sharp Blade Quill. We just saw this in the last match there, but Sharp Blade Quill, the attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and Leaf Blade is 50 damage, plus 20 more if you flip heads. You're really only using this as a transition period until you get to Decidueye GX for the most part, but it's kind of a cool card. I like Dartrix a lot. He's pretty cool. Nest Ball, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it into your bench. Shuffle your deck. Alolan Persian, 90 HP. Taunt, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. And Claw Rend is 30 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, the attack does 30 more damage. Morlul is 60 HP. Flickering Spores, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, and Ram does 10 damage. Dewpider, 60 HP. Bubble will paralyze on a heads flip and also does 10 damage. Boon Sweet, Bound Sweet, Boon Sweet, I don't know. It has Sweet Scent, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and Splash for 10 damage. Caterpie, 50 HP, Nap for 20 heals 20 HP from this Pokemon. Heals 20 damage, and then Gnaw does 20 damage. Skarmory with 110 HP, Metallic Sound, discard all special energy from each Pokemon, and Aerial Ace is 60 damage. If heads, the attack does 30 more damage. And of course I got a Fire Energy here as well. So that is going to do it for me today, folks. I really do appreciate you tuning in today. I'll be back with another exciting episode tomorrow of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. So if I don't see you then, or I don't see you later on tonight for more Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Twitch, then I will catch you on the flippity flip.